the level of hell. Why? Because then you got Kwanzaa pulling out her titties. The whore pulled out her titties. And these whore bags over here started feeling and fondling on her tits.
I don't have it to do with you. Girl, you can go over there, rant and rave. Girl, you can shake all your rainbow bright hair all you want, dear one. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I don't have nothing to do with you, and I'm done. Baby, you can scream my name from the rooftops from now till Jesus come back. I'm done after this.
Introduced to Tick's meat. Do you see what I see? Did y'all really hello, casting, wardrobe, y'all let him roll up out of wardrobe with these fans on, giving us all of this, thinking we were not going to see it? We have been waiting with bated breath and anticipating all season long for the slightest glimpse, and y'all just put it out there this episode in all of its magnificent glory.
Listen, that young man said, baby, you ate on this first date, you giving up the cooch on the first date, okay? Well, you gonna run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's our new theme song. That is the new song. Listen, somebody need to put a beat to that. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. This what y'all got going on.
Called out Sandcastle. Sand, bitch. Ow. Oh my God, it was so funny, girl. Woo, baby, listen, let me tell you something. This shit started to turn into the precursor for some gay porn. That's what I thought it was. Because Big T is getting all, the voice starting to go deeper and get a little more wet and moist and sentimental and all this shit. And it was real gay at this point. Like, I thought the bitches was going to, I thought Lil Murder was going to turn Big T around and do him like he did Uncle Cliff and do the grease it up with City Lou and ran right in there. It's not a coincidence that Big T started off the conversation by trying to find out if Lil Murder was fucking Mercedes, which he found out he's not. It's also not a coincidence that he would start talking about prison. Why? Because the bitches was probably up in prison. Uncle Clifford, you better go get your man. Big T got plans for that. Well, he had it on look like something Big Bird vomited up or something like that. Like, I did not like it. That Big Bird couture he was going for, it did not work. Like the pastor of a gay mega church on Easter Sunday. Okay, it was way too much sequins. He had way too much makeup. Baby, his face looked like Iyanla Van Zant's neckline. Okay, just way too much makeup clumped in everywhere on his face. Get it together, sweetheart. And you're a big girl, so that gives you a whole lot of canvas. So that was a whole lot of makeup, honey. And Rico looked like he was auditioning to be one of the three kings, or he was auditioning to be the main character on Jesus Christ Superstar. Girl, Wayne, did you have on a blue thong or a blue G-string or something? If you did, I want to see it. Hit me up in my DMs. I do want to see if you have a blue thong or a blue jock strap or something like that. I'd love to see it. Anyway, but I liked it with the turtleneck. Now, Troy. Hey, y'all. Hey. What's going on? What's up, people? We are here. I got a popsicle or two to help me make it through. I know I'm a little bit late. Work got away from me today, y'all. Today is Tuesday. Tuesdays are always my hardest days. Baby, they be trying to get butter from the duck. Let me shut down this computer. Let me shut down this work computer now, honey. Baby, y'all won't get the doll. Anyway, I hope y'all are having a great Tuesday. Welcome to Run Your Mouth. I am L Teddy 27, here to give you the news that you have probably missed while you were at work. And let me say hey to y'all, and then we'll get this party started. Hey Castro, what's going on, sir? Hey, lovely 31 Blueprint. Harold. Hey. Hey, Catherine Powell. Grown woman, don't try me. What's up? Hey, Janae. Terrence, what's good, bruh? Tamara, what is up? Demetria. Hey, my love. Hey, Katrina. Katrina said, I'm on time today. Don't play with me. I'm on time today. I know that's right, Katrina. Hey, Brown Mama. I feel like I ain't seen you in a couple days, so I'm glad to see you. Baby, Brown Mama, is it raining where you at? No, Brown Mama, I want the rain. Keep the rain. Baby, it's only 70 degrees. 70 in the month of August. So if I have to endure some rain to keep this 70 degrees in the month of August, give me the rain. I will keep the rain. Baby, I don't open my windows in this good house. Baby, I ain't had to turn on my AC today. It feels good as fuck. I am not gonna complain about the rain. Please keep the rain around. Hey, Tracy W. Hey, Aquarius goddess. What's going on? We're gonna talk about that too, Aquarius goddess. Hey, Regina. Yeah, send me an email or something, Regina, because I got to send you the information for the testimonial and stuff. Send me an email, Regina, so I can send you that information. Savon, what is up, Savon? Ciao. Paul, what's good, bro? Trey don't let you out again early. It's your oh God, it's Paul's birthday. Lord, thank God I keep a bottle or 2 or 3 up here. Okay, Paul. So what we drinking? Paul, I got only like a shot left of my go to the botanist, right? I could drink the gin from the Virgin Islands. I have no, not that one. I have a little bit of Empress 1908 left, and I got a little bit of the Crown salted caramel, and I still got a little bit of that moonshine. So Paul, you let me know what I need to drink, and I'll take a shot of it. Shout out to Paul. Paul, I know Trey finna do you right tonight for that birthday, honey. Trey finna do you right tonight, honey. Hey, so Jeff. Hey, Angela. Y'all get y'all shot glasses ready and let us know what you drinking, okay? Don't fuck off. Y'all know what time it is. One of the pupils is celebrating a birthday, so we all got to take shots. Go ahead and get your shots ready. Let us know in the chat what you drinking on. Ciao. And y'all say happy birthday to Paul. Hey, Ravine. Hey, it's Honesty. What's going on, beautiful? Hey, Tracy W. Ciao. Child, all these Leos, honey, child. One of my exes is a Leo, child. Girl, hey, Universal Goddess. I can say my love. Baby, this rain is lovely, okay? Lovely, Demetria. Do you hear me? Lovely. Yeah, I'm coming. You know I'll be there, Virginia. You know I'll be there. Y'all gonna be at Virginia Beach, right? I'll be there. You got Gushers. Tracy says she has Gushers, fruit roll-ups, and some ups chips in the book bag. So going on around there. Go over to Tracy desk and she'll give you that'll be what I have one more popsicle to eat. Child. Anyway. So the Empress Night Paul said drink the Empress 1908. Okay. Let me put this on this shelf. Put this back up on this shelf. The fact that I got this desk, I have shelves like all around me, like this cocoon. Okay. So we said we're doing the Empress 1908. I'm gonna just finish this out. That's about a shot. I'm gonna finish that off. Are y'all ready to take the shot? Harold, you want some of that Crown, baby? You can have. You know I don't drink brown liquor like that. Child, I like my liquor opposite my men's. This for Paul. Don't say we don't love you, Paul. We love you, Paul. Oh, I just barely got a full shot out of this fucker. But it's a full shot, though. But barely. Lord. We love you, Paul. Y'all let me know when y'all ready. Let me know when y'all ready, because that way I can finish my popsicle. All right, we ready. I don't care if y'all not ready. Put in the chat what you drinking. Angela says she got Crown Apple. That's what Angela said. Vodka with ice. Come on, Aquarius Goddess. Pineapple Ciroc. Mountain Dew. Child. You got Hennessy over there, Paul? Child, you act like you from Florida. Because that's all we drink in Florida is Hennessy. Harold said he got Canada Dry. Tracy says she shaking up this here tequila over frozen fruit. So she could take this shot. Baby, y'all got me taking this full shot of gin over here trying to get me fucked up. While we're doing this, go ahead and put a fucking put a shondo in the chat and hit the fucking like button. Do that shit. How about that? While we're over here taking shots, hit the goddamn like button. Share the damn video out. Tracy W says she got ginger ale. Mountain Dew chase the Henny White. Okay. For the Henny White. Universal Goddess says she ready for her shot. Okay. Henny White shot. All right. I'm taking it to the head. What's left in this shot right here is gonna be going to the head. All right, we ready. Demetrius says she got Patron. We finna be fucked up, y'all. We finna be fucked up. Regina got vodka. Oh, we already. Jack and ginger ale for Rosanda. Hey, MVM, what's good, my love? Montrez, what's good, bro? Montrez, you got about 3 seconds to go get your shot ready, okay? Grown woman don't try me, say she got Pepsi. All right, we ready. We ready. All right. I don't even know. I know it's MVN says she got a mimosa. You still over in the motherland? You still in Africa, MVN? Hey, Candace F. Okay, I don't know how the saying goes, so I just make up my own. Up to it, down to it. I don't know the word, so we just do it. 1, 2, 3, go. Oh. 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 Whew. Oh. I saved my popsicle to help it go down better. Whoa, hey, Sharice. They got us over here taking shots, Sharice. Girl. Oh, you back in Seattle? Okay. Woo. Baby, listen. That thing went down like, woo, baby, I am here. I tried some of this Whitney Strawberry Lemonade Moonshine, and it ain't it. Oh. That sounds like too many flavors for a moonshine. Like, I think if you're going to do a moonshine, just do one flavor. Demetrius say, let the foolishness begin. Y'all know we finna be off the chain in the chat today. We finna just be out of order all day today. And I'm here for it. That's what we do. We finna be out of order. I got a packed dossier today. Now, it's a lot of stories down to the dossier today, okay? We got a lot of stories. So I'm gonna do the best I can to get through it, to make it through. See, Tracy is smart. Tracy had a plan. Listen, Tracy, can you tell the people, Tracy, how drunk we finna be on this good ship? when we go on this cruise, Tracy, please tell the people that they don't even understand my level of drinking and drunkenness. Because me and Tracy have sat and drank together. And Tracy can tell you, when I say we finna be drinking, we finna be drinking. If you don't want to be booked up the whole time on the cruise, don't come over there by me and Tracy, because we gonna be drunk as hell the whole time. I'm just being honest. Shout out to everybody going on the cruise. All right. So let's go ahead and get this party started. Y'all ready? I'm ready. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, non-binary, gender-conforming members of our audience, I bring to you the late, great Larry Myers to help us usher in what? Our Sugar Spike segment.
You see, this is the part that I like.
Major sugar spike.
So love now, I want to fight. Daddy gave his only begotten son.
Major sugar spike.
And shall ever believe.
Major sugar spike.
They shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit.
Jesus! I wish somebody help me.
Jesus. Thank you, Larry. So, and brief announcement. Let me go back. Brief announcement for the channel. I think I announced this real briefly yesterday, but just wanted to announce again for those people who did not hear. We have been approved for the monetization program over on Twitch. Remember, we started doing simulcasting on both YouTube and Twitch maybe about a month and a half, close to 2 months ago. And so I didn't even apply. I didn't say, hey, I'm ready for monetization. Twitch reached out to me, sent me an email, said that they were inviting us into the monetization program down to the Twitch. So shout out to that, and shout out to y'all doing what y'all do and following and supporting and all of that good stuff. I'm gonna have to start doing some Twitch only lives and go over there and just do some lives only on Twitch so that we can build that up even more. But we have been approved for the monetization program over on Twitch. So shout out to y'all, shout out to the channel, the platform for doing what it does and so forth. Just wanted to say that before we got into our stories for today. And once again, you know what? Because I interrupted Larry, I know we have to get into the dossier, but I interrupted Larry. So I'm going to play Larry one more time because I shouldn't do Larry like that. Like, I should do Larry and then go into the story. So one more time. Larry, can we get a encore, please? Please. Thank you, Larry. Ladies and gentlemen, non-binary, gender-conforming members of our audience, I bring to you the late, great Larry Myers to help us usher in our Sugar Spike segment.
You see, this is the part that I like.
Major sugar spike.
So love now, I want to fight. Daddy gave his only begotten son.
Major sugar spike.
And shall ever believe.
Major sugar spike.
They shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit.
Jesus! I wish somebody help me.
Jesus. Thank you, Larry. So we start today with Tracy and Jeff and I think Ravine, all my people in the New York area. We start off over there. Hey, Lock Queen. Hey, Pinky Tiki. Hey, Tacos and Tequila. Hey, Xavier. So we start off over there in the greater Ravine. Ain't you in the New York area, or is Ravine in Cali? I can't keep up. I think Ravine is in New York, I think. But so New York area has had, count them, 2 earthquakes, I believe, in the last 3 days. Yeah, New York. They had a weak earthquake the other day, And then today they had another weak earthquake. Now they said it was relatively weak, a 2.7 magnitude earthquake. But if I believe this is the second one in 3 days, right? New York people. I believe they said this is the second earthquake for New York in the last in the last several days. And so here's my I'm sorry, it wasn't 3 days. Well, well, kind of, because they had one on Saturday that was a 3.0 earthquake, and now they've had one that's 2.7. Now listen, um, I, I'm not a geologist or seismologist or whichever one of the scientists study uh, uh, um, seismic shifts and platonic shifts and stuff. But, you know, people that live in the areas of earthquakes and stuff, and people, thank you, Brown Mama. I think that's, yeah, from over on Twitch. I think those, that means that, sometimes you get a couple little lights before something, major happens. Oh, I'm not built for it either. I happened to be out of town when there was a earthquake in Atlanta. Was it earlier this week? It was either earlier this year or late last year. It was a weak little. They said the ground shook. Baby, I was out of town. Thank you, sweet 7-pound, 3-ounce baby Jesus. Because at the moment that I feel the ground moving, I'm going to crawl in the fetal position and begin weeping. I'll probably be weeping for months. I don't want to feel the ground moving. Now, Terrence and Cherise and all my LA people, Miss Bay thing, everybody over there on the West Coast, they're gonna look at me like I'm a punk. Like, really, El Teddy, it's just a little weak little earthquake. Baby, if the ground moves, I'm gonna get in the fetal position on the ground, and I'm gonna crawl in the fetal position and sob and weep. Okay, I'm not built for that. Give me every category 4 and 5 hurricane imaginable, and I'm good with it. But baby, listen, I am not good with me in my house, and all of a sudden the walls start shaking, the ground starts shaking. Baby, cancel Christmas. Send me on the glory. I can't do it. Can't do it. Won't do it. Child, you experienced your first earthquake in Brooklyn in the 80s? Baby, I can't do it. Look at Sharice laughing at me. Hey, crazy whole body girl. Look at Sharice laughing at me. I know all of the California people looking at me like, really, El Teddy? It's just not that damn deep. It ain't that damn serious. Baby, I don't know. What I do know is if I feel the ground moving, y'all know I'm not going live. It won't be me that day. Baby, they're gonna be like, where's El Teddy? Baby, he's over in the fetal position in his bed, weeping, rocking back and forth in the fetal position, rethinking life. I'm just telling you. Do all of that under a sturdy table. Listen, thank you, grown woman. Don't try me. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. Listen. I can't do it. Look at Cam. Take Cam so y'all can't have no wall shaking. Listen. Not that kind of wall shaking. Now, Cam, if you want to come over here and shake my good walls, we can talk about that. But the walls of my house shaking? No, we can't handle that. We can't handle it. We cannot handle it. I'm just saying. Right, we like our walls intact and stable. Tell him, Xavier. Tell him so Jeff. We like our walls intact and stable. We don't like the walls to come tumbling down. My name ain't no fucking Jericho. You can't just be coming over here knocking down walls over here and shit. My name ain't no goddamn Jericho. My walls are still up and intact. Child. Listen, Terrence, it's never gonna be over for me. When that ground starts shaking, baby, it's gonna be perpetual. I'm never going to get over the fact that the ground shook. Where's this coming from, Cams? Where is this coming from? look at MBN. He rocks the party that rocks the body over here in Seattle. Child, really. Listen, Cams, I'm like a newborn baby over here. My shit is tight and right, like a newborn baby. You know, that's why 4 can come over here all of the time because I'm like a newborn baby. If I wasn't like a newborn baby, 4 wouldn't feel nothing and wouldn't always be coming back over here to try to get a little piece. But knowing that 4 is always trying to come over here and get a piece tells you that my shit stays tight and right. I mean, you got to stay tight and right then for him to feel something. I'm just saying. Anyway, y'all be doing me so wrong. I remember New York City had an earthquake in the late 70s and 80s. Or 80s. Thank you, Universal Goddess. Our walls are intact. Earthquakes seem longer than they really are. Baby, if it shake for 1 second, baby, that 1 second gonna feel like a year. I'm just saying. Not that you sing old hymnals. Joshua fit the battle of Jericho, Jericho, Jericho. Joshua fit the battle of Jericho, and the walls come tumbling down that morning. Them old hymnals. Old hymnals. Old hymnal. Don't do me, Harold. Don't do me, Harold. Listen, Janae, it could be a half a second, a millisecond. It's too long for me. Shout out to 4 child. You can have them, Universal Goddess. You want them? That's what I picture. That's what I picture. Grown woman don't try me. The dressers and cabinets and shit falling down and all. Baby, I can't deal with it. No, no, no. No means no, and yes means no. I'm not doing this with you today, Camps. You've never heard me say that out of my mouth, ever. Ever. I don't know where this comes from, Xavier. You all cannot name one person that I've slept with. You can't name one person I've slept with. 4 doesn't count because you never met him. Listen. Listen, the Aeolians, that's my group right there. The Aeolians. I love the Aeolians. Shout out to the 7-Day Adventists and the Aeolians. Anyway, hey, Uncle J, they are over here coming at my good throat. The last earthquake I felt in New York City just felt like there was a big truck driving by. It wasn't that bad. Child. Look at them. They are over here clowning. Child. I know that's right, Universal Goddess. Look at this one. Look at here. Now look at here. I ain't paying y'all. Let me move on. We have a whole dossier to get through, y'all. So I'm starting off today with all of our weather stuff, okay? All of our climate issues and our weather stuff. Ciao. There are two minor fault lines in the financial district of New York. Child. Anyway, so in addition to there being earthquakes up in the New York City, New Jersey area, we also have massive wildfires going on in Central California. More than 800 structures are threatened by a massive wildfire in Central California that left at least 3 people injured as it burned through Los Padres National Forest. The Gifford fire scorched more than 129 miles, 334 square kilometers of coastal Santa Barbara and San Luis Obis- Obispo counties, with 7% containment, according to a U.S. Forest Service update this morning. More than 1,900 personnel are battling the blaze that grew out of at least 4 smaller fires that erupted Friday along State Route 166 between Santa Maria and Bakersfield. The causes of the fires are under investigation. The blaze is burning through steep terrain and creating a huge smoke column, according to Captain Scott Safechuck, a spokesperson for the Santa Barbara County Fire Department. He also added, quote, a lot of it's in really inaccessible areas where even bulldozers can't even get into, end of quote. The smoke will affect parts of Southwest California, the National Weather Service's Los Angeles office said, noting that wildfire smoke is a health risk. Smoke was expected to move toward the south and east. The blaze threatened about 872 structures and forced the closure of the highway in both directions east of Santa Maria and a city of about 110,000 people in Santa Barbara County. About 65 miles northwest of Santa Barbara and 150 miles northwest of Los Angeles, the hilly agricultural region is dotted by sprawling California live oaks and sycamore trees and is known for its strawberry fields and wine industry. Now, firefighters said they made great progress in the west, north, and east flanks of the fire, and significant efforts were made to ensure structure protection on the south end. According to officials, 2 new base camps have been established to help them fight the fire. They are out there fighting. Now, you're not going to hear this. This is not stuff that you hear them talking about. However, there are we got earthquakes in New York. We have fires going on in California. The largest wildfire is going on right now in Arizona. Arizona right now has the largest wildfire going on in the nation. Last time I checked, over almost 150 acres had already burned to the ground in Arizona. 150,000, I should say, 150,000 acres had already burned to the ground. So I'm not paying cams no mind, y'all. I'm really not paying these people no mind. So listen, they got time for everything else, but don't have time for shit they need to have time for. Terry said this is why Gavin Newsom was pissed about the National Guard being federalized and used in L.A. The National Guard helps out with these wildfires. Exactly. We have real shit going on, and they're over here concocting bullshit to deal with instead of dealing with actual shit that's going on and affecting people's lives. Hey, Felicia Boo. In more wildfire news, so in addition to there being wildfires in California, there are wildfires going on in Canada. Now, some may say, El Teddy, why do I give a damn about wildfires going on in Canada? Because if you remember from last summer, whenever wildfires run rampant in not California, in Canada, that means trouble for us because all of the smoke from the wildfires comes down here and cause health risks. So hundreds of wildfires continue to burn across Canada and parts of the U.S. sending smoke from the blazes across the region and reducing air quality in both countries. U.S. air quality tanked from the Great Lakes regions to the northeast, making skies hazy from Minneapolis to New York City, and even prompting a ground stop at Boston's Logan International Airport due to low visibility on Monday. Detroit, New York City, and Chicago continue to record some of the worst air quality in the world just today. And that's according to IQ Air, ranking 4th, 10th, and 11th, respectively. That means uh, um, Detroit was 4th in terms of worst quality, New York City was 10th, and Chicago was 11th. In Canada, Montreal and Toronto have seen significant improvements and no longer ranked in the top 20 for unhealthy air. About 81 million Americans remain under air quality alerts in Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, North Indiana, Pennsylvania, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Vermont, Rhode Island, New Hampshire, Delaware, and Maine. Put a 27 in the chat if you live in any one of those states. Let me say those states again: Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, Northern Indiana, Pennsylvania, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Vermont, Rhode Island, New Hampshire, Delaware, and Maine. So, according to the National Weather Service, 81 million Americans living in all of those areas remain under air quality alerts. It is though expected to improve, I should say, for most areas by tomorrow. A high pressure system parked over the Midwest is trapping the air in place, causing air quality issues to linger for several days, according to the Michigan Department of Environment, Great Lakes, and Energy. There are 747 active wildfires currently burning across Canada, with 507 over 2/3 of that 747 of them out of control. And that's according to the Canadian Interagency Forest Fire Center, a nonprofit organization that is owned by government agencies. Um, they're saying that, listen, they're trying to get control of it, but it's hard work. And with the heat and the dryness, it's becoming difficult. Fires in Canada cause health issues for us. If you live in the northern half above the Mason-Dixon line and there are fires in Canada, all of that smoke travels south toward the U.S. And so that causes issues. There are people with emphysema, COPD, asthma, all types of issues in those respective areas, where they will tell you, hey, stay inside. It's not a good day to be outside. Avoid being outside because it could cause you health issues. So please, if you live in those areas, please monitor your weather alerts. We all hopefully bought our NOAA radios. Hopefully, we all bought our NOAA radios so we could be informed of weather alerts and things coming out of the National Weather Service. Speaking of the National Weather Service, and this will be our last, hopefully, I'll have to check the dossier. I believe this is our last weather story. I wanted to start with the weather because this is something that can affect all of us, politics notwithstanding. The National Weather Service, now, listen to this now. Listen to this fuck shit, y'all. Listen to this now. The National Weather Service has received permission to hire 450 meteorologists, hydrologists, hydrologists. Jesus, that's a word. Hydrologists and radar technicians just months after being hit hard by Doge cuts and early retirement incentives. So they fired all of these people or forced them into retirement, only for a few months later them to say, oh, we need to rehire 450 meteorologists, hydrologists, and radar technicians.
The same fucking people you fired, you stupid ass dick fucks. And if you know anything about the hiring process for the federal government, that shit could take months. I know people who took like a year and a half to go through the full hiring process for the federal government. Now, I know some of y'all work for the feds. I know Candace F, and there are other people that work for the federal government or have worked for the federal government. Am I making this up? Because I know people who work for the federal government. They all talk about how lengthy and long the process is to get hired by the federal government. That's a good question. The Inform. Exactly, Antonio. Why would I want to go back and work for you people and you fired me for no reason? Why would anybody want to go over there and put themselves back through that again? Let me finish this. It says the new hiring number includes 126 new positions that were previously approved and will apply to, quote, frontline mission critical personnel, end of quote. The National Weather Service cuts have spurred concerns over how well prepared the country is to withstand hurricane season, which is just starting to heat up in the Atlantic. The staff reductions also have been scrutinized in the wake of the deadly Texas floods in July, with vacancies at Weather Service forecast offices there. The cuts to probationary employees, as well as early retirement incentives, meant the nation's frontline weather forecasting agencies staffing levels fell by more than 550 people since the second Trump administration began, and to below 4,000 total employees. Agency employees are greeting the news unveiled at an all hands are greeting the news unveiled at an all hands meeting on Monday with guarded optimism and relief. Current employees have been working additional hours with additional responsibilities since the layoffs and retirements earlier this year, trying to maintain the 24/7 posture U.S. extreme weather requires. The agency has also been functioning with less data from fewer, less frequent weather balloon launches. We talked about that earlier this year. The announcement was also met with frustration over the people the agency lost in the failed attempt at government savings. Um, an official at NOAA said, quote, how much time, money is it going to cost to train a bunch of new people when we had already trained people in place, end of quote. A mess. A mess. Now, the National Weather Service had been arguing for months for a public safety exemption from the federal hiring freeze. That exemption finally has been granted, and the agency now has direct hiring authority under the Office of Personnel Management. We didn't have to be here. We didn't have to be here. Now, here's what I don't want to happen. Here's where the politics comes in. Hey, Jeannie, our politics comes in. Hey, Tawana. Okay, so I know Candace F's worked for the feds. She said, yeah, it could take several months. Mm. Here's what I don't want. What I don't want to happen. See, here's how they play this stupid game. You fire all of these people, put all of us at risk. Hundreds of people died over in Texas. Hundreds of people have died across the country, be it because of less notifications from the National Weather Service with some of these tornadoes that have gone across the country, with some of these wildfires and all types of things that the National Oceanic and Atmosphere Agency does, as well as the National Weather Service. So you have all of this turmoil only for them to rehire these people just before it's time to have re-elections or primaries and things like that, and people magically get revisionist history, and because maybe they fixed something just before elections, they forget the year and a half, 2 years, 3 years, 3.5 years that we dealt with fuck shit, and now they have this, oh, everything's great, so we need to put these people back in place. Because that's the fuck shit we dealt with when you had stupid ass bitches telling us in 2024 that magically their lives were better under Trump 45 than it was under Biden. And I just don't understand the revisionist history, because at the end of Trump 45, over 1 million people had died from COVID because of this bastard and his negligence. And people magically had this revisionist history. It's just so idiotic to me. It's idiotic. I just do not understand these people. But yeah, that was our news on the National Weather Service. In more news, so let's do an update on the redistricting war, because apparently we are at war. So, and I know Simera and others will update me if there is more updates. So the latest update that I got just before coming on live today was the fact that Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton is now asking the courts to vacate Democratic lawmakers' seats. Attorney General Ken Paxton will ask for a court ruling declaring vacant the seats of any lawmakers who are not back to work by Friday. At least 50 House Democrats have left the state to prevent the chamber from having quorum, the minimum number of people necessary to undertake legislative business, in an effort to delay the passage of a new congressional map. The unusual mid-decade redistricting effort comes after President Donald John pushed for a new map aiming to net 5 additional GOP seats in the upcoming midterm elections. Democrats left the state Sunday afternoon ahead of a Monday vote to advance the bill. House Speaker Dustin Burrows signed arrest warrants directing the Sergeant at Arms and the Department of Public Safety to find and bring members to the chamber. Those warrants are only enforceable within state lines. Today, the chamber once again was 6 votes short of quorum, and House Speaker Burrows adjourned until Friday at 1 p.m. If members are not back by then, Attorney General Paxton said that would qualify as, quote, abandonment of office, end of quote, enabling him to file a legal action seeking to have their seats vacated. In a statement that he made today, he said, quote, Democrats have abandoned their offices by fleeing Texas, and a failure to respond to a call of the House constitutes a dereliction of their duty as elected officials. Starting Friday, any rogue lawmakers refusing to return to the House will be held accountable for vacating their office, end of quote. Texas's constitution explicitly enables the possibility of a so-called quorum break. The Supreme Court of Texas ruled back in 2021, although it also allows for consequences to bring members back. Legal experts say it would be difficult to argue that engaging in a quorum break qualifies as abandonment of office. Now, a constitutional lawyer from the University of Missouri's law school said, quote, I am aware of absolutely no authority that says breaking quorum is the same as intent to abandon seat. That will require the courts extending the premise to the breaking point. It's inconsistent with the very text of the Texas Constitution, end of quote. Another former attorney for the Texas Democratic Party, Chad Dunn, said proving abandonment of office will require showing that the member had failed to perform the duty of their office and intended to relinquish the seat, both of which he argues are not evident in a quorum break. So legal experts are saying, yeah, this you have no legal ground to stand on. Ken Paxton, no, he can't. If Ken Paxton knew that this was illegal and a part of the Texas Constitution, he would do it and not even think twice about it. But because he has to go to the courts and have the courts make a determination that this is vacating of their respective seats, he knows full well that this is not in the Texas Constitution. And what he's hoping is he can be in front of a conservative leaning judge that will say that, yeah, this is a vacating of their seats, and that gives Governor Hot Wheels the ability to appoint his own sycophants and acolytes to those seats, further stripping voters within the great state of Texas of their rights as citizens. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Here we are. In more news regarding the redistricting, now that's Texas Senator John Cornyn. Now, Texas Senator, meaning U.S. Senator in U.S. Congress, not the state Senate, the U.S. Senate, John Cornyn, ranking member, senior senator from the great state of Texas, he is pressing the FBI to intervene to help the GOP bring back the state House Democrats after they left Sunday to stop Republicans from advancing a new congressional map. He sent a letter to FBI Director CashApp. Yeah, I'm calling you CashApp, bitch. Your mammy named you CashApp. I'm gonna call your ass CashApp. What? I'm not calling you Cash Patel. Your mammy named you Cash App. I'm going to call you Cash App. What? I can't help that there's a whole app named after your fuck ass. Your name is Cash App, bitch. Sorry, I had a moment there. Sorry, y'all. Had a moment. Senator Cornyn sent a letter to FBI Director Cash App. Y'all think I'm making that up. Go look up Cash Patel's name. Tell me that's not Cash App. Go look up the man's name. Go look up the man's name and tell me his name ain't Cash App. I just want y'all to tell me the man's name is not Cash App. That's all. That's it. That's all. Your mama named you Cash App, so I'm gonna call you Cash App. Anyway, Senator Cornyn sent a letter to FBI Director Cash App today urging the agency to take, quote, appropriate steps, end of quote, to help law enforcement find and arrest the lawmakers who left the state to deny the state house quorum and prevent it from being able to conduct business in the special legislative session that Greg Abbott called. Since some Texas Democrats left for other states like Illinois and New York, Cornyn said the Texas Department of Public Safety may need help in tracking them down and arresting them. Abbott ordered their arrests on Monday after the state house was unable to conduct business, arguing they violated their oath of office. Quote, in a representative democracy, we resolve our differences by debating and voting, not by running away. I request the FBI's assistance as federal resources are necessary to locate the out-of-state Texas legislators who are potentially acting in violation of the law. The FBI has tools to aid state law enforcement when parties cross state lines, including to avoid testifying or fleeing a scene of a crime. End of quote. And that's according to Senator Cornyn. The man's listen. You thought I was lying, Xavier. The man's name is Cash App. I don't know what y'all want from me. The man's name is Cash App. I can't help that your mama named you Cash App. The man's name, hey Madrell, what's going on, boo? The man's name is Cash App. I don't know what y'all want from me. Anyway, Senator Cornyn, we're not taking you seriously. You want to know why, Senator Cornyn? Because in your very state constitution, the Texas Constitution, written into your state constitution, is the ability for the minority party to have a quorum break. The actual phrase is mentioned in your constitution and defined what it is and its purpose within the Texas state constitution. How you think Cash App and the FBI are supposed to help you in this situation is beyond my level of comprehension. I just want to know what the legal footing and grounding is on this, Senator Cornyn. But who am I? Who am I? What they should do and what actually is going to happen is a whole different situation. The man's name is Cash App. I'm sorry. I'm just saying. The man's name is Cash App. Senator Cornyn, what y'all are mad because you finally see you're used to weak puss ass feckless Dems in Congress or in the US Senate, but the Texas Dems are about that life, okay? So now they know how to find every loophole that y'all Republicans know how to find. And so they said, bitch, fuck you and fuck your life. We all heard our girl Jolanda Jones yesterday. We all read her beautiful letter. Baby, the woman read y'all down. The woman ate down with that letter she put out yesterday. I haven't heard such beautiful writing like that in like 10 years. It's been 10 years since I heard something that good. Now, Jeannie says she went to school with Jolanda. Okay. Don't get mad because they found the legal loophole and there's nothing you can do about it. Get over yourselves. Because y'all just expect people to just lay down and go full Bohica for y'all. We're not, the Texas Dem says we're not going Bohica. We ain't Nancy Pelosi and Hakeem Jeffries and them. This ain't Jim Clyburn and them. This ain't Chuck Schumer and Kristen Gillibrand and shit. Dick Durbin and fuck bitches like that. I'm just saying. In more redistricting news, because Republicans are now hot, real hot, because the Texas Democrats said, oh, bitch, we're about this life. And now California is looking at gerrymandering and making all of their seats, their 52 seats blue. New York is looking at making all of their seats blue. And we have other Democratic states doing it. So your vice president, J.D. Vance, or whatever his name is, because his mama ain't named him J.D. Vance, let's be clear. He's visiting Indianapolis later this week to speak with Governor Mike Braun and Republican legislative leaders about the possibility of redistricting Indiana's congressional districts. Because now we have, I told y'all yesterday, we're at all-out war with this redistricting. So now you're going to have possible redistricting all over the country. Everybody finna get into it. Get into it. Here we are. Here the fuck we are. So you got JD Vance on his way later this week, Thursday, to Indianapolis to go speak with the Mike Braun, the governor of Indiana, about turning all of their districts red in Indiana. Where does it end? Where does it end? We are the toothpaste is out of the tube. There's no letting it back in. And hey, the gloves are off. Congress is too weak to do shit. Leadership in Washington, D.C. is too fucking weak to do anything. So states got to take shit into their own hands. And I'm here for it. I'm here for all of it. In more news, now, put a 27 in the chat if you're a veteran, you have a veteran in your family, meaning you are a woman and a veteran, you're married to a woman that's a veteran, or you have a woman in your family that is a veteran. Just want to put that out there. Put a 27 in the chat if you are a woman and you are a veteran, if you are married to a woman and she's a veteran, or if you have a woman in your family that's a veteran. I'm just trying to do a straw poll to see how many people this will affect. Okay. So, you should hear this. President Donald John's administration is calling to remove abortion coverage from the list of medical benefits for veterans and their family. Their rationale is it's not needed. I don't know what y'all want from me. I just read the news. That's all I do. This is a real thing. Let me read that first sentence again. Maybe you didn't hear that well. This is the first sentence of the article. President Donald John's administration is calling to remove abortion coverage from the list of medical benefits for veterans and their families. And their rationale is it's not needed. I don't know what y'all want from me. All I do is read the stories. Like, these people are vile. These people are vile. The Department of Veteran Affairs posted the proposed rule change yesterday and opened a public comment period on it that runs through September 3rd. The department said in its proposal that it wants to ensure it, quote, provides only needed medical services to our nation's heroes and their families, end of quote. Excuse me. The department says it will still provide abortion in life-threatening circumstances, something state laws allow, even in places where bans are in place. But critics of the change note that abortion would not be provided when pregnancies are the result of rape or incest. Amy Friedrich Karnick, director of the federal policy at the Guttmacher Institute, said in a statement that the change will cut off millions of veterans and their families from services. She said, quote, veterans are have historically faced significant barriers to reproductive health care, and with the current patchwork of abortion bans and restrictions across the country, these barriers are even steeper today, end of quote. Veterans Affairs, which provides health coverage for veterans and their dependents, did not include abortion in its coverage until 2022. President Biden's administration added it months after the U.S. Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade and state abortion bans began kicking in. The Biden change allowed the VA to provide abortion even in states where it was banned. The VA says it's in its proposal that allowing abortion is legally questionable because Congress has not specifically allowed it. The policy change would also bring the VA's coverage into line with other federal health care plans, including Medicaid and the TRICARE coverage for active military members and their families, which excludes abortion in most cases. The VA said in its findings that about 100 veterans and 40 dependents obtained abortions using the benefits each year, far below the projection the department made far below the projection the department made in 2022 of a total of 1,000 a year. The conservative law firm Alliance Defending Freedom called on the VA to drop abortion coverage in a letter last month, saying the cost of providing abortions takes other health resources away from veterans. Listen, this is happening. This is happening. This is happening. Here we are. Here the fuck we are. In more news, I told y'all I'm staying on the necks of these people with regard to Chris Smalls because I've heard nobody from Congress say a fuck thing about what happened to this black man at the hands of the Israeli military. I told y'all I wasn't done with this Chris Smalls story. Once again, where is the CBC? Where is his local congressman? Where are the black organizations and activists on the front lines screaming about what happened to this black man, a union leader at the hands, an American citizen at the hands of the Israeli government? I told y'all if Chris Smalls was a white woman or some white boy, and I'm making that distinction not to say white man. If Chris Smalls was some white woman or white boy, they would be screaming bloody hell and cutting off all funding to Israel immediately. But you still hear nothing from mainstream media. You still hear nothing from politicians, congressmen who look like us. Radio silent. Now, Chris Sale went on to Democracy Now! This morning. Shout out to Amy Goodman. Over at Democracy Now! Who be doing the Lord's work every day. I listen to her every day. Amy Goodman and Juan Gonzalez and Normeen Sheikh. They be over there doing the Lord's work every day. So they interviewed Chris Smalls this morning. I downloaded parts of the interview. So I want to play those now so you can hear from his words what happened to him. So you can hear in his own words what happened to him. Yeah, I love me some Amy. Love Amy Goodman. Here's the first video of him in his own words detailing what happened to him at the hands of the Israeli military. This is an American citizen.
Before they board the ship, they cut communications first. That's the first thing they do. We were able to live stream up until the point of interception. And what they do is they don't want the world to see, so they definitely come during the sunset, after the sunset. They come in the middle of the night, just like they did with the Madeleine. They cut communications first, and then they board the ship. They announce themselves, and then they want to pretty much commandeer the ship, make sure they have full control. So they ordered all of us to stay on deck with our hands up. We weren't able to move. And as they take over the ship, they pretty much kidnap us and take us against our will to the port of Ashad in Israel, where that wasn't our intention. Our intention was to go to Gaza and deliver humanitarian aid. So for about 12 hours, we had to sail with the IOF to make sure that we transferred to the port authorities and the immigration department.
That's the first video. So what he first talked about is the setup, how they set it up. Then he goes on to talk about what happened during his detainment. Here's that part.
What happened to you in Israeli custody? And do you feel you were singled out?
Well, absolutely. I mean, there's no doubt about it. It had everything to do with racism and bigotry. I can tell you right now from my own experience that Palestinians and people of color are not safe amongst the Israeli government. They single-handedly attacked me out of the 21 volunteers because of the color of my skin. I didn't want to consent to their propaganda, so 7 authorities threw me to the ground. They put their knees in my back. They twisted my arms behind my back. They levitated me with 3 on each side, and one of them were pulling my hair back and choking me by the chains, telling me to shut up repeatedly. And they said some very racist remarks. They kept me isolated from the rest of the crew the entire time. And I know, once again, it was discrimination, and I wasn't treated like any of the other passengers.
Did you get food, water? Also, we had wanted to have you in studio, but you said you couldn't because you contracted scabies.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm sorry I couldn't be there in person, but we were on a hunger strike, so we absolutely did not eat any food. We remained in hunger strike from the moment of captivity up until our release. So we were on 24-hour lockdown. We were punished because we were on a hunger strike. We wasn't playing into the propaganda of what they tried to do with the Madeleine, with Greta, with the sandwiches and water. We refused everything that was given to us. The prison conditions were horrible, and because of that, yes, I contracted scabies, and you know, a number of us had to suffer some had to get medical treatment after being released, because I wasn't the only one or only thing that happened while we were in these inhumane conditions.
Here we are. Like I said, you have an actual United States citizen, one of us, that went over there to try to do the Lord's work. I told you they were delivering food, diapers, baby formula, and medications to help people dying, women, children, men dying of starvation. They knew these were U.S. citizens. And not only did they detain all of them, they purposely singled out this black man and assaulted him. And this comes on the heels of, we just reported that 2 weeks ago, the over in the West Bank, Israeli defense forces, the Israeli military, sat and allowed a U.S. citizen to asphyxiate to death on his own blood because they refused to let first responders come and give him medical attention, and actual U.S. citizens. And here we are. And people were silent about that because that actual U.S. citizen was a Palestinian American born in America, a U.S. citizen, but he's a Palestinian American. So people didn't give a fuck, and they stayed quiet about it while the Israeli forces and the Israeli military allowed this man to die and kept people away from him and restricted people from giving him medical attention. Then we come a week and a half later, and a week and a half later, we have a flotilla going over there to provide a humanitarian aid to these people. And not only do they detain these people, they single out this black man, and now they accost him, they abuse him, and go on this whole racist thing. Listen, I'm telling you now, when and if I hear a congressman They can be black, white, blue, or purple. If you have taken a dime from AIPAC and other special interest groups aligned with the Israeli government, baby, I want no parts of you. And I don't give a shit who you are. I don't care what your color is. I don't care what your orientation is. I don't care what your political leanings is. At the moment that we know that you have taken money from these people, you are complicit with the fuck shit. And even the people who have not taken money, I'm looking at you bitches with the side eye because y'all are still silent. This ain't some foreign person. This ain't somebody who is not a U.S. citizen. I thought you people were America first. And now the Israeli government, by way of the Israeli military, is killing U.S. citizens, accosting U.S. citizens. And you bitches are silent. You bitches are more concerned about the country of Israel and its citizens than you are fucking American citizens. I'm just trying to figure it out. Help me understand. Well, tacos and tequila, we know what he think about it. But I told you I wasn't done with this Chris Small situation. I was going to keep my foot on their necks with that. And I'm still not done. In more news, I told y'all we had a packed dossier today. COVID is on the rise again in this country. Now, this comes on the heels of people returning back, children returning back to school and everything. All the while, federal officials plan to restrict COVID booster shots. While cases are increasing less quickly than the start of other surges, it is still too soon to tell how big the current late summer wave could get. And with highly varied immune responses from prior infections and vaccinations, it is difficult to know how severe how severe the illnesses could be. The risks of a wave are compounded by new vaccine restrictions from the Trump administration. According to Andrew Pecos, a virologist at Johns Hopkins, he said, quote, if you're vaccinated against COVID-19, you're less likely to get infected. But we haven't gotten a lot of people vaccinated for the past few years. And with the current recommendations changing, it's even less likely, end of quote. Future waves could become more severe as vaccinations lag and immunity drops. And that's according to doctors and virologists. Several key measurements, including wastewater data, test positivity, and emergency room visits, indicate a new rise in infections. In the past, COVID has surged about twice a year, usually in the summer and the winter, but the pattern can change as it does with other respiratory viruses, with late or early starts to the season and curveballs like double peaks. Uh, Listen, they're saying be vigilant, monitor your children, monitor your relatives, and monitor yourself, because with this administration and the CDC, the new CDC, hey, Ms. Baythang, changing their guidance on vaccines without the input of actual virologists and scientists and doctors, many health payers and health insurance companies are choosing not to cover it and not to recommend that people get the vaccines. Just wanted you to be aware, because kids are going back to school, and when they go back to school and around all of those other kids, they tend to get sick, and that could get you sick. In more sugar spiky news, a your Trump administration have stated that they intend to put back up all of the Confederate statues that came down in the civil justice protests of 2020. hmm hmm The National Park Service says it's obligated to restore all of those Confederate statues by executive orders issued by your president, including one calling for, quote, restoring truth and sanity to American history, end of quote. I don't know where y'all want me to go with this. I cannot. Only in America, only in a backwards ass place would you put up monuments and statues to people who committed treason and seceded from the country, right? They want to erase all of Black history, Native American history, or Indigenous history, Latinx history, Asian Pacific AAPI history, but they want to memorialize the people responsible for saying we want slaves, the people who committed treason and seceded from the country, all because they wanted to continue chattel slavery. Those are the people who you want memorialized. And you want none of the heroes that were responsible for bringing this country out of the archaic Stone Ages, that helped try to get America closer to being away from the original sin. It is the second anniversary of the Montgomery Brawl. We'll all throw a hat up in celebration. You ain't lied about that. Moving on. In more sugar spiky news. Well, this is a little bit of good news, sounds like. A district judge ruled yesterday to block Arkansas's new law mandating the 10 Commandments be hung in classrooms in 4 school districts. U.S. District Judge Timothy L. Brooks, an appointee of former President Obama, ruled the law could not be applied to some of the largest school districts in the state, but dozens of others will still be required to hang the 10 Commandment posters as the academic year begins. Quote, why would Arkansas pass an obviously unconstitutional law? Most likely because the state is part of a coordinated strategy among several states to inject Christian religious doctrine into public school classrooms. End of quote. And that's what the judge said in his ruling. He went on to say in his ruling, quote, these states view the past decade of rulings by the Supreme Court on religious displays in public spaces as a signal that the court would be open to revisiting its precedent on religious displays in the public school context. End of quote. The law, similar to those challenged in Louisiana and Texas, says the 10 Commandments must be displayed in easily readable letters in every public school classroom. The laws in Texas and Louisiana have been blocked by the court, but both states are also fighting those laws in the appeals process. Here we are. In more sugar spiky news. The Trump administration has banned transgender women athletes from receiving extraordinary ability visas, preventing them from traveling to the U.S. and competing. The U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services issued a new visa policy yesterday that prevents trans women from receiving O1A, E11, E20, and E21 visas, which are designated for individuals, quote, who possess extraordinary ability in the sciences, arts, education, business, or athletics, end of quote. The guidance did not use the word transgender, but incorrectly referred to trans women as, quote, men competing in women's sports, end of quote. There are no known trans athletes who have traveled to the U.S. under the extraordinary ability visas. The USCIS has not said how many people the policy will affect, nor if there are any trans women who have recently received the visas. The policy is another way for the administration to impose Trump's executive order banning trans athletes from competing in sports that align with their identities. Both the National Collegiate Athletic Association, the NCAA, and the U.S. Olympic and Paralympics Committee have already agreed to comply with the order, despite the vanishingly few number of out trans athletes competing. While the visa policy could impact athletes coming to the U.S. for the 2028 Olympics in Los Angeles, even fewer out trans athletes have participated in the Olympics. New Zealand weightlifter Laurel Hubbard was the first and so far only trans woman to compete in a women's category during the 2021 Olympics in Texas. She did not win a medal. A comprehensive review of several studies on trans participation in sports under their gender identity found that trans athletes post-transition are, quote, more similar to their gender identity, end of quote. It noted that both transgender and cisgender athletes show great variations in ability. So understand that trans athletes are not banned from the Olympics. As a matter of fact, the Olympics have changed their rules back in 2004, some 21 years ago, allowing for trans athletes to participate in the Olympics. And now that the Olympics is here, we have a federal government saying that if you are a trans athlete that's coming over here, you will not be afforded a visa, and thus you won't be able to participate in the Olympics. I'm just trying to show y'all what's going on here. And we're supposed to have the Olympics in 3 years. Here we are. Here the fuck we are. In more sugar spiky news, I told y'all it was a lot of news today. I told y'all I had a lot. The dossier was packed today. In more sugar spiky news, well, 12 states have officially adopted waivers from the U.S. Department of Agriculture, the USDA, to restrict what kinds of food can be purchased using SNAP or Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program benefits. Yesterday, USDA Secretary Brooke Rollins approved new waivers for Florida, West Virginia, Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, and Colorado. Let me mention those states again: Florida, West Virginia, Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, and Colorado. Now, I want y'all, before I read the rest of this, I want y'all to go down to your local hood and talk to some of those same fucking idiots that tried to tell you that they had more money and life was better for them under the Trump administration because they got stimmies from Trump that never really came from him. Go and explain to those people what I'm about to read in this article, because a lot of them live in the great state of Florida and the great state of Texas and the great state of Louisiana. According to USDA Secretary Rollins, Quote, SNAP is a supplemental nutrition program meant to provide health food benefits to low-income families to supplement their grocery budget so they can afford the nutritious food that's essential to health and well-being. That is the stated purpose of the SNAP program, end of quote. The new waivers go into effect in 2026 and prevent the use of SNAP benefits for purchasing unhealthy foods such as soda and candy. Rollins said 20% of all SNAP dollars are spent on sugary drinks, prepackaged desserts, salty snacks, and sugary treats. She said that the Trump administration asked state leaders to get involved and develop creative solutions to address America's growing health problems. In a statement, she said, quote, one way is by not allowing taxpayer-funded benefits to be used to purchase unhealthy items like soda, candy, and other junk food. The number one purchase by SNAP recipients is sugary drinks, end of quote. The 12 states now participating in such waivers. So here are all 12 of the states, including the new 6. Arkansas, Colorado, Florida, Idaho, Indiana, Iowa, Louisiana, Nebraska, Oklahoma, Texas, Utah, and West Virginia. Each state is responsible for setting and enforcing its own version of the new rules. In all 12 states, SNAP recipients will no longer be able to use their benefits to buy soda or sweetened beverages. Some states, including Florida and Louisiana, have expanded restrictions to include energy drinks and candy. Other states, like Arkansas, are going further, prohibiting SNAP purchases of fruit and vegetable drinks that contain less than 50% natural juice. I'm just telling y'all what's going on. Now, before these waivers, SNAP recipients were only prohibited from using their benefits on alcohol, tobacco, hot and prepared foods, and personal care items. With the waivers in place, the list of restricted purchases now includes sugary drinks, candies, and other processed snacks in certain states. I don't know what y'all want from me. Don't look at me. This is what y'all wanted it. Here we go. Here we are. Here the fuck we are. Moving on. In more sugar spiky news. I told y'all it was a lot today. And in our last sugar spiky story, thank you, sweet 7 pound, 3 ounce baby Jesus. The Florida Department of Health is warning residents after 12 people became sick from raw milk linked to a single farm. Among those infected, several required hospitalization and 6 were children under 10. Quote, severe complications have been reported for at least 2 cases, end of quote, according to officials. The specific farm has not been named, but the state confirmed the milk caused the illnesses. Though raw milk is illegal to sell for human consumption in Florida, it can still be sold as pet food. Quote, sanitation practices in this farm are of particular concern due to the number of cases. Floridians are encouraged to use this information to make informed decisions. End of quote, according to the Florida Department of Health. According to the CDC, raw milk isn't pasteurized, which means it hasn't been heated to kill dangerous bacteria like E. coli, Campylobacter, Listeria, and Salmonella. The FDA added that while some claim raw milk has health benefits, the health risks are clear. Symptoms from contaminated milk include diarrhea, vomiting, and stomach cramps. Officials warned the STEC infections, especially in children, can lead to kidney failure. The FDA says, quote, because E. coli can spread from one child to another, the risk is not just to the one that drank the milk, end of quote. This is white people out here. White people out here not getting vaccinated and got whole measles outbreaks going on. White people out here drinking raw ass milk because they're over here believing in people like Robert F. Kennedy Jr. telling them that raw milk is good for consumption. And now y'all fucking y'all own selves up and y'all own children up. And now y'all putting our children in jeopardy. Because the FDA said E. coli can be spread from one child to another. These people are trying to kill us. My question is, and I learned this some years ago when I was a little boy. We are the only species that continue to drink milk after the the development period from our parents. Every mammal goes through a period where they drink the milk from in their infancies and developmental stages. They drink the milk from their mother, breast milk, and so forth. After that, they go on to being a carnivore or an herbivore or an omnivore, one of the three. But there's no more of this milk situation. You can go back and look at how milk became a thing that people wanted to drink, and how the milk industry and their propaganda made milk a whole thing, when you actually get more calcium from other things that you eat than you do in milk. But that's a whole different story, whole nother situation. But going on, I don't drink milk from the cow. I'm like you, Catherine Powell. If I go somewhere and they say, "What do you want?" Give me oat milk. I'll take oat milk. But not no milk from no cow. I ain't no damn cow. Moving on. As we belly flop out of the sugar spike moment segment into the dossier, Monica, they're saying that she got married. They're saying that Monica officially married her fiance Aunt Wilson, who you see there. They said they shared wedding photos and stuff from their wedding. She didn't wear a white dress, as you can see. She wore black. I guess she wanted to get it done before she go on tour. I mean, we happy for you. I mean, if you like it, I love it. I hope I hope he do you better than your ex-husband, Shannon Brown. Wasn't that her ex-husband? Shannon Brown, former basketball. I remember he was in the he played for the Lakers back in the day. But isn't that her ex-husband and baby daddy? Am I wrong? Shout out though. I think it was Shannon Brown is her ex-husband and baby daddy. What? And then there's that, Ronald. Oh, it was him. Okay. Well, we wish you nothing but the best. I mean, if he make you happy, go ahead with it, honey. I mean, I saw some pictures of him. I mean, he look all right. He ain't ugly. I mean, what that dick do though? I mean, is he hitting it right, Monica? Girl, is he hitting it right? Just saying. You give me that you need somebody that's gonna hit it right, Monica. Somebody that's gonna, knock a few cobwebs loose. Monica, you don't give me that you a girl that wants somebody that can't hit it right. I'm just saying. Moving on. Johnny Gill wants y'all to know he's out here suing the people. He said that his patience has limits when it comes to y'all and y'all lies and fabrications about him. Now he went on Angela Yee's show, right? And he explained why he rarely responds to rumors surrounding his personal life. He said there are parts of his life that he chooses to keep private, regardless of public speculation. He says that conversations about his romantic life and sexuality have circulated for years. While he often lets rumors pass without response, he stressed there is a point where silence ends. He said, quote, when you lie on me and say you saw something that you didn't see, something I've never done in my life, that's where it becomes a problem. That's when I got with the lawyers and they said this is defamation. End of quote. Johnny, let me help you understand something, Johnny. Come here, Johnny. Come here, Johnny. You trying to get from under the rumors that you have key card access to the Rainbow Coalition compound, sir. Those rumors started, sir, back in the day. These ain't rumors that came up under Gen Z or late millennials. This wasn't internet fodder. This was information that Gen X people got. And this was back in the day when we ain't had no cell phones and we ain't have no internet. So when people was passing rumors, this was based on shit people saw, Johnny. So don't come over here trying to be like, oh, y'all bitches don't know what y'all talk about. Nah, bruh. Nah, we know what we talk about. The people saw you. They saw you, Johnny. They did. Look at Really B. Really B, what time you going live? Look at Really B. Really B say, no, Johnny. The people said that you have keycard access to the Rainbow Coalition compound. That shit go all the way back to the 80s, Johnny. We ain't had no cell phones back then. We didn't have no internet. The rumor mill came because somebody saw your motherfucking ass. Baby, they saw you go up in the hotel room with somebody. They saw a little touchy, feely. Bruh, don't try to come up with this, oh, I don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all ain't gonna be talking about me. Nah, bruh. This shit is like 40 years old. We going on 40 years of us knowing that you have keycard access to the Rainbow Coalition compound. Put in the chat whether or not you remember hearing this rumor about Johnny Gill back in the late 80s and early 90s. Put a 27 in the chat. I just want to see. Mm-hmm. Now, Johnny, we like, you part of the family. We ain't hating on you. We just want you to live in your truth. Don't be coming over here yelling at us and shit. Like, bruh, we love you for who you are. Be who you are for your pride. Girl, Johnny, you ain't got to lie to us, okay? We don't care. I mean, most of the women out here ain't running to get a piece of Johnny Gill. I don't know. I mean, how many of y'all women out here running up to get a piece of Johnny Gill? I'm just being honest. Y'all running up to get y'all a piece of Johnny Gill? I don't know. Maybe y'all is. I mean, if y'all want him over there, y'all can have him. We not over here windmilling for Johnny Gill down to the Rainbow Coalition compound. I promise you, we not gonna fight y'all. If y'all want him over there with y'all, y'all can have him. Listen, they can have you, Johnny. But when you go your ass over there, don't try to, tap your key on the back gate to get back gate entrance to the compound. Baby, it's not gonna work no more. Your key will be demagnetized, okay? I'm just saying. MVN says she just saw you last Sunday at the Emojis Festival. Not Luther Light, child. Wait a minute. Why ain't none of y'all say y'all running down here to get with Johnny? I'm waiting for one of y'all women's ears to say y'all running up there to get with Johnny. Who wants to get some of what Mr. Gill got going on? And then there's that Harold. Child. Not Johnny put on his red dress and high heels and maybe he was wearing some sweet perfume. And rub you the right way. Oh, Johnny be over there. You know, Johnny now, what they said, Johnny now, the rumor was, one of the rumors was Johnny, one of the rumors that before Dwayne Martin started to blow Will Smith's back out, that that Dwayne Martin was over there with Johnny Gill singing "Perfect Combination." Love plus you and me, a perfect. Nah, it wasn't Stacey Loud. I saw you were singing it with that time, baby. They said it was Dwayne. I think they said it was Dwayne Martin. Didn't they say it was him before Dwayne got with Will? I don't know. Baby, I don't know. Tacos and Tequila said, on behalf of the women's delegation, it's a hard no. So now y'all want him to stay over here with us? Tacos and Tequila, y'all want him. Y'all can have him. Really, Ronald? Really? Not community property. What, Harold? He likes women's. That's what he like. Child. He like coochie. Y'all can listen. I promise you, we're not the Rainbow Coalition compound. Those of us that have residency there, we're not gonna fight you for him. If he want to go over there with y'all in the streets, y'all can have him. We'll go ahead and demagnetize his key card. Look at Jason. Look at Jason. Just clowning. In more news. So let's get to this Gail King situation. Now, Gail King, you in danger. Stephen Colbert is going because Donald John had a problem with Stephen Colbert and told CBS he got to go. Do you not work for CBS, Gail King? I'm just asking, Gail. Do you not yet still work for CBS on their morning show, Gail King? Donald John posted on X, formerly Twitter, the following quote: Gail King's career is over. She should have stayed with her belief in Trump. She never had the courage to do so. No talent, no ratings, no strength. End of quote. Gail, go ahead and count your days, Gail. It's over, mama. Gail, mama, it's over. The man done called you out. We know CBS, Paramount has gone full Bohica to the sun-kissed man. Baby, you can count your days, Gail King. They're going to blame it on ratings and all of that stuff. Gail, let it go, mama. Let it go. This is happening. Go call your friend Oprah. Maybe she could, hook you up with some, with a gig down somewhere. That's your bestie. That's your BFF Jill. That's your good Judy, honey. Go over there and talk to Oprah. She got some friends in high places that might can help you out. But mama, you need to go ahead and take care of that because you're not gonna be here much longer. Mm-mm. And you know what? What's so sad? Y'all know what's the most upsetting thing? Hey, Chef Don, all the way from the ghetto, talking mountain ghetto. Ow, the ghetto. Is she gonna be fired? It's coming. They haven't announced it yet, Catherine. But when Donald John comes out and says her career is over, she needs to go. And we know CBS that has this merger with Skydance happening that has to be that just got approved from the FCC, and knowing that the executives at Paramount and CBS are full bohica for Donald John, she's out of there like Stephen Colbert. They're gonna find a way to blame it on ratings, but mama, you might be gone. Now, let me tell y'all what's the most upsetting part about all of this. Right. That's right. So Jeff, go talk to your friend Oprah. She can help you, honey. The most upsetting part about Gail losing her gig is Gail. Come here, Gail. You've been over here working for CBS for how long? I wonder how much. Let me see how much your salary is, Gail. Okay. Now, Gail King's salary. She makes between $10 and $15 million a year. Her previous contract reportedly paid her $13 million. Her current contract is somewhere between $10 and $15 million. Her estimated net worth is $80 million. You done made all of these tens of millions of dollars. And yet, Gail, you come on here every day with them raggedy ass shake and go wigs. That's the most disappointing part of all of this, Gail. You done spent all of this time making tens of millions of dollars only for you to bring your stinking ass on CBS morning show with them raggedy ass, dry, stale ass, shake and go wigs. Now, I suggest you go get yourself a new wig and donate them dry shake and goes to our girl. Our girl. Now, she could use them dry ass shake and go wigs that you have. But you got too much money for that shit, Gail. You got way too much money. Go ahead and donate them wigs to the less fortunate. At least to the follically less fortunate. Child, Montreal, that's what I'm saying. Them shake and go wigs ain't hitting, honey. Child. Child, you better tell her, Felicia. Donald John said you out of there. They already blaming it on the ratings. Baby, you out of there. Gail, going on over to Oprah. Oprah could hook you up now. Going on to maybe she'll hook you up with a better wig too, but them better be wigs. That better not be her hair looking like that on top of her head. Child. Girl. They say she has several versions, Terrence, of that same dry ass shake and go wig. I don't know. But Sean Kingston mama, She could use some of them shake and goes you got, Gail. Gail, you got too much money to be looking like that every day, okay? Baby, you got too much money. Even Oprah do better with her wigs now. I'm just saying. But Gail, just go ahead, go talk to Oprah, because baby, I don't expect you to make it to the end of the month. I don't expect her to make it to the end of the month. They'll be making an announcement in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I really do not expect her to make it to the end of the month. There's a new, new season, television season is about to start. School season is starting. You know, September brings on a new television rating season. Baby, they finna let you go. Go ahead and go. You could really retire, Gail. How old is Gail? Gail, you got $80 million. How old is Gail? Let me see how old Gail is. Gail is 70 years old. Mama, it's time to retire. You'll be 71 in December. Oh, she a Capricorn too. I didn't put you to be a Capricorn, Gail, because a Capricorn wouldn't wear no raggedy ass wig like that, okay? Girl. I mean, look at Michelle Obama. Look at Mary J. Blige. Strong Capricorn women. Them wigs be right. Girl. But you 71, baby, you could go ahead and retire and sail off in the sunset. Go sit on the porch with your good Judy, your BFF Jill, your bestie Oprah, and y'all could drink, mimosas and sit on the front porch and rock back and forward. You don't need no money, Gail. You'll be all right. Them December Capricorns are different, though. You right about that, Chef Don. They ain't right. They ain't quite right. Like Jason say, a January Capricorn would never. You'll never catch a Michelle Obama is a January Capricorn. Mary J. Blige is a January Capricorn. So listen. You never gonna catch our girls out of place. Those are true Capricorn women. I mean, you really, depending on who you talk to, we might call you an extended Sagittarius, girl. Because the way that wig be on your head, honey, I ain't buying the Capricorn. And you, honey, no, ma'am, child. Them December Capricorns count their power. They built different, I'm telling you. They not like us January Capricorns. No, Tyrese is a December Capricorn. That I'm sure of. Let me check. I know he ain't no January. Don't try and put him on January Capricorn. Don't do that. Hold on. Let me see when Tyrese is. I'm almost sure he's a December Capricorn. Thank you. December 30th. Actually, the man is 2 days older than me. We're actually 2 days apart. He was born 2 days before me. But he is not a January Capricorn. Let's be clear. Don't do that. Don't do that. Us January Capricorns, we're not crying and shit like that. That ain't us. We ain't doing all that crying and shit. Ronald, Aquarius season don't start until like February 15th. Let's be clear. Capricorn go all the way until Valentine's Day. We talked about this earlier this year. Don't act brand new, Ronald. I'm just saying. Anyway, Gail, we wish nothing but the best for you. But you'll be all right. You got a little bit of change, honey, I mean, maybe retirement may, afford you the opportunity to try out some new wigs or some new wigs. Anyway, moving on. This man is trash, y'all. The man is trash. So comedian Eddie Griffin voiced his public skepticism about the reported drowning of Malcolm Jamal Warner. He told audiences he simply doesn't buy the official story, saying, quote, "I don't believe that man drowned. I don't. It's too suspicious. There were too many different stories. End of quote. Let me tell you something. Let this be nice, El Teddy. Just be nice, El Teddy. You do not have to dog walk this man, El Teddy. You do not have to monkey stomp this man. Eddie Griffin, leave Malcolm Jamal Warner alone. Keep your motherfucking name off his mouth. Out your mouth. That man ain't even in the ground yet. His wife and daughter, family, friends, loved ones, and the entirety of the black diaspora are in a period of grief and mourning. This is a time for fucking bereavement. Your Geico salamander looking ass need to shut the fuck up and sit the fuck down somewhere and keep his name out of your motherfucking mouth. McGilla gorilla looking ass bitches out here always want to have they have their name in the lights. Got to try to make, some fodder for themselves on the back of somebody else. The man is dead. We don't have time for your fuck shit. What you need to be worried about is trying to find what's left of a career. That's what you need to be focused on. Because you said Malcolm Jamal ain't drowned. Your career drowned. Your relevance drowned, sir. I cannot. I don't have the energy. I do not. Right, exactly. It's just so stupid. There were actual eyewitnesses there. His fucking daughter was there. They've already confirmed he was swimming with his daughter. Eyewitnesses people had to go out there and try. He was trying to save his daughter, and they were able to save the daughter and not him. What the fuck are you talking about? I cannot with these people. I cannot. Sir, you're trash. You are fucking vile. Vile. Like, where y'all find these people? Like, just go back to whatever desolate place underneath whatever desolate rock you crawled up under. Because I promise you, we ain't been checking for you in the last 15 years. Haven't. Probably 20. Like, I just don't understand. Sir, just go the fuck away. Like, we over here in 7 stages of grief. We hear the name Malcolm Jamal Warner, and we over here damn near in the fetal position, weeping, mourning the death of all our big brothers. And you over here with this fuck shit. You don't know we will fuck you up? Chuck. We will fuck you up, Eddie Griffin. You better go sit your motherfucking ass down somewhere before we're forced to concentrate on you. Because if we concentrate on you, sir, it's not going to be pretty. You might want to just go crawl back underneath that rock you crawled from under. Because you will get dog walked. I'm just saying. We don't have this type of energy. And I'm being nice to you, sir, and not dog walking and monkey stomping you right now, sir. Because we're still in 7 stages of grief. But if you don't sit your ass down somewhere and leave us the fuck alone, you're going to get everything you're looking for. You're going to get everything you looking for because you're looking for a moment. And the moment you're going to find is one you ain't going to be able to get from out of. You looking for a moment, and the moment you're going to find is not going to be pretty. I'm just saying. In our last story of the day, so listen, I might have to make this a weekly segment. So I watched the little show. Now, I'm not going to do a separate live or a separate review, but give y'all my thoughts. I watched episode 1, right? And put a 27 in the chat if you've seen the show. If you've seen this show, it came on what, Sunday? I think it came on Sunday. Yeah, I think it came on. Y'all let me know what day it came on. All right. So here are some of my thoughts. I thought it was a cute show, but it gives me what's the other show over there in Jackson? What's the show in Jackson? I can't think of the name of the show now. My brain going blank now. What's the name of the damn show in Jackson, Mississippi that's on OWN as well? It came out Saturday. Okay, what's the name of the show, y'all? Bell Collective. Thank you, child. I couldn't think of the name of that show. It gives a Bell Collective, but not as country as Bell Collective. That's one thing about the Bell Collective. They're a little too country, backwoods for me. They're a little too me, ma, and paw paw for me down to the Bell Collective. You know, I like them in spurts, but they're a little too small America for me. I like these girls better because these are Houston girls, big city girls. Jackson ain't no big city. Let's just be clear. That shit is real backwoods. And you know, Carlos King, here's my dilemma. Carlos King does well with those small countrified backwoods cities, the Huntsvilles, the Jacksons. When he go to big cities like DC, Detroit, now he in Houston, he usually finds a way to fuck that shit up. He usually finds a way to fuck up. Now, on first glance, first episode, I'm liking it so far. They ain't got into too much drama, and I'm gonna drop the link if anybody want to come up here and talk about it with me, just in case. I don't know. Somebody might want to add their commentary to it, just in case. Carlos not over the show. Oh, okay, that might be why I like it so far. So who over the show, Tracy? Tracy W. Who over the show? This not his show. Oh, that might be why I like it. Oh, okay. I appreciate y'all for telling me that. Okay. Now, I like this show. Right now, the ladies are okay for me, except for that Chloe chick. Let me tell y'all something. I ain't gonna even hold y'all. If that hooker would have sat in my face and tried to call my good husband ugly, oh, bitch, I'd still be monkey stomping that whore. Would. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. That Chloe, oh, I'd still be dog walking her. Baby, you just not finna sit up in my face and call my husband ugly. Girl. And no. And what's so funny is later in the show, when they show her husband that died, and I looked at this man, I said, now, wait a goddamn minute. How the fuck you gonna call what's the girl name? Elena husband ugly? Bitch, did you look at your husband? The one that died? Girl, he ain't exactly cute. Cause he sure looked like the Mucinex monster in the face. I'm just gonna be clear. Child. Carlos showing Houston is the family empire show. Okay, I don't think I ever saw that. Girl, the way if I was Elena, the way you would have got, I would still be dog walking you. Cause everybody at the table was like, oh girl, how you just gonna talk about that woman's husband? Even if her husband is ugly, you just don't sit up in nobody's face and say, oh yeah, because your husband ain't that cute. Like what? Bitch. Cause I would have listen, cause I just knew her husband was finna be fine as shit. Baby, they showed her husband, the one that died, and I said, girl. Now here's my other take. Elena, I love you down, but it feel like you just met some of these girls. I think she said she knew her and Munira. Her and Munira were already friends, but it feels like Elena didn't know the other girls like that. And so I feel like you giving these girls too much access to what you got going on, honey. It's a little too early. For you to be giving too much access to these girls. I'm just being honest, Elena, because you know these girls, once the drama starts, they're going to use that shit and they're going to start dog walking you about your own marriage and relationship. You know how these girls are. They don't fight fair. Now, does anybody know who's the anchor? Who's the anchor? Like, who's the one person that knows everybody and brought everybody in? Kind of like on Bell Collective, you have Letitia, or when Housewives of Potomac started, it was Sharice that kind of knew everybody and brought everybody together. Who's the anchor, or who's the chick that brought everybody together? I feel like Chloe's going out of her way to be the drama and be that girl that's the ran girl. That's what I feel like. Mm-hmm. I like Labria so far. Labria, whatever her name is. Latoria gives me Letitia from Bell Collective. Like she give me, they're trying to put her in that mold where she's the dark-skinned, kind of heavy-set girl, you know, give you kind of like a Letitia from Bell Collective type situation. When I say she was the anchor, she brought all those women together. Okay, Karen did not bring all of those women together. That it was Sharice. We ain't gonna lie about it. Xavier, Sharice brought all those women together on Potomac. That was Sharice. That was not Karen. And right now, Karen ain't doing shit but sitting in the jail cell, hoping that Big Bertha don't come around with a broomstick or something and lay her out in the jail cell. Just saying. The one with the ranch is Labrina. Yeah, she the one married to the ex-football player. I like Ro. Ro is cool to me too. Now I ain't gonna lie, I thought Ro was a whole lesbian. Like she gave me lesbian vibes. That's what Ro gave me. You couldn't have told me. Now Ro, yeah, this is Ro right here. She get and even on this picture, she looked kind of masculine. I don't know. I ain't gonna lie to you. She do look kind of masculine in this picture right here. That's Ro. Okay, that's Ro right here. And then so right here, this is Labrina. This girl right here in the middle, that's Chloe. This one right here, that's Elena. This one right here, that's Latoria, who I told y'all reminds me of Letitia, the anchor from Bell Collective. And this one over here is on the far right. That's Munira. Labrina seems cool to me. I like Labrina so far. She's one of my favorites. She's probably my favorite so far. Is Labrina. She's my favorite so far. When they did finally show Elena's husband, he was cute. She giving Portia. She didn't give me Portia in that picture, maybe, but when you watch her, she don't give you on the show. She don't give you Portia. It's on OWN. Right, that's the girl who I told you give me Letitia vibes. You know, she give me Letitia vibes. Like she might be the girl that brought everybody together. And they also, she was actually the first one we met on the show. Like when they first introduced them to us, she was the first one that we met. She was the first one that we saw. They went to the soft launch opening of her uh uh um show. Not her show, her restaurant. Now this Chloe chick had all this shit to say about Elena's husband, who actually is cute. And she over here dating some man that's the same age as her son. And her son, her and her son was going back and forth because he was like, we're not gonna do this. I'm not going back and forth with you about this motherfucker. I don't like him with you. And if I see him, it's gonna be a problem. So when you come home, I leave. How about that? Now her son is the one she had before she got married to the husband that died. She looked like she was, being a little fast and hot in the ass. Cause the son, how old is the older son? He looked like he in his 20s. How old did they say the older son is? Mm-hmm. So, I feel like Elena, she's sharing too much. It's too early to be sharing all of that stuff. And not just for you, but because your husband is going to be around these women and you share all of these intimate details about your relationship with these women, and your husband got to be around them. That's going to put your husband in an awkward position. Like we found out they sleep in separate rooms. We found out that he cheated on her even when they were engaged. He cheated on her, and she still got married to him, and they've been married for like 15 or 16. I think they said 14 going on 15 years, but they've been together since they were in high school. They've been together 21 years since she was a junior and he was a senior in high school. So that's them. Ro, she's an entrepreneur, a go-getter. She's one of those kind of like, I don't want to say club promoter, but she's one of those people that like manage a club or manage a restaurant or bar. So that's kind of what she does. Ro. Labrina, she's married to a former football player and she has a spa. She's the one that has a spa that she owns. And they have a nice 5-acre ranch. She got all of the horses and shit. They be doing a lot of country, well, not really country, but they do a lot of cowboy shit. Nice big house. I told y'all Latoria, she did the soft opening for this restaurant, but what was her main job? Her main job was it consulting or something like that? Because I know Chloe said she was a event planner. Chloe said she's one of the biggest event planners in Houston. And I want to say Latoria either said she was like either an event planner or consultant or something like that. I can't remember. One of y'all to remind me. Munira, she was an electrical engineer for 20 years, and then she started YouTubing, and she said she was working too hard. The electrical engineering was getting in the way of her content creating as a on the internet and stuff, not explicit content. But I don't know if she does YouTube, TikTok, or whatever, but she, one of the platforms she does, and she does that permanently now. I don't know what Elena does. I don't even think we learned what she does. I thought they said they was like around the same age. I'm just saying. I thought you might be right, Felicia. He might be 3 years younger than uh 3 years older than her son, but I know this that she said that they was around the same age, so that's probably right. Um, you can always go to the pirated sites like Soap Today, Mr. World Premiere, and stuff. You know they be those sites like that. They always have it. So, but I saw this show. It was good. I am recommending get started now, get in now while it's early so you know where the storylines and plot lines came from. We ain't got too deep into the drama yet. But this is Texas women. Texas women, Mr. World Premiere do be coming in clutch. Mr. World Premiere be coming in clutch, honey. You done missed something? Your service that went down, girl. Let me go over here. They got all the black shows on Mr. World Premiere. Do I know if I miss something and I don't got that service and it's a black show? Oh, Mr. World Premiere gonna have it. All of the black shows. Let them know, Xavier. He have all of them. Do Soap Today have them, but they'll have it like after like a day or two later. Mr. World Premiere will have it that night. Girl. Anyway, so I recommend however you watch like stuff like Bell Collective or all of the own shows. The Carlos King shows are all on own as well. Broken Silence. I don't know that site. Okay, I might have to try that one. Put it in the members only chat. Chef Don Don. So I think it's a cute show. The women right now have not gotten on my nerves except for Chloe a little bit. But I'm gonna give Chloe a chance. I ain't off the Chloe train yet. I'm gonna give her a chance. I just know if it was me and I was Elena and that woman told me my husband was ugly, I would still be dog walking that woman. I like Ro and Labrina. These two over here. Labrina's probably my favorite, followed by Ro, because Ro give me, baby, I'm over here minding my business. I ain't getting into anybody else's business, and I'm gonna be over here and sit here and look cute. I was very surprised to find out that she was not a lesbian, because she gave me lesbian. I'm just gonna be honest with you. And I don't like them having all of this makeup on her because she don't on the show, she don't give me that she wear all of that makeup, and so she looks more naturally pretty. Right there, she looked almost manly or like a drag queen almost on this picture right here, as opposed to like she does on the um on the show. So if you get a chance, go over there and watch it. It's a cute little show. It's a cute little show. And so forth. Like I said, it wasn't too much drama yet. You did have Elena went over to Labrina house, and she was over there crying to Labrina about her and her husband. They live in the same house but in separate rooms, and they taking a break and trying to figure each other out. She ain't got her back blown out by him in 2 months. They trying to figure it out. And baby, I don't know. That's how we found out he cheated on her while they were engaged. So we found out that Labrina's husband used to cheat on her left, right, and sideways when he was in the NFL. It feels like Chloe is going to be the villain. It feels like they're going to try to make Chloe here in the middle. They're going to try to make her the villain. That's what it feels like. It feels like they're going to do the usual stereotypes. I feel they're going to try to make Latoria, the heavy set, matronly, real nice. I ain't never gonna be mean to nobody. I'm gonna be nice to everybody kind of situation and stuff like that. I'm gonna tell you, from first onset, I like all of these women collectively more than I like the Bell Collective women. I'm gonna be honest with you. I do. Because I still don't know what job Letitia got. I still don't think she got no job nowhere in America on Bell Collective. I don't know when it's coming back. Didn't Keisha say she wasn't coming back? Child, I don't know. But that's the show. Like I said, catch up this week. I'm gonna try to do another review of it. If not on my Monday Run Your Mouth, maybe on my Tuesday Run Your Mouth. So either on my Monday or Tuesday Run Your Mouth, we'll do a live talk, sit down and talk about Hustle, Heart and Hustle Houston. So go watch it so y'all can be over here and talk about it with me, okay? Go catch up. That is your homework assignment. Go catch up. You hey, go catch up. She's a brunch coordinator. Right. Yeah, Latrice ain't shit. She ain't. I ain't gonna even hold you. She ain't shit. No, child. Letitia don't have a job nowhere in America. That's why she stayed with Glenn, because Glenn the only one that got a consistent paycheck. That's why she be back and forth with Glenn, because if he ain't giving her money, baby, she ain't got, and the money from Carlos King ain't coming in. Baby, what you gonna do? Child. Child. Glenn said he quit his job. Oh, he ain't got. Oh yeah, he did quit his job. I forgot about that. Child, y'all see, I done forgot already. Yeah, I forgot about that already. Cause last season really didn't do it for me. But now that y'all remind me, I forgot he did. Yeah, he ain't got no damn job. Glenn, you might want to get an OnlyFans. Glenn he got a big old third leg donkey dick. And you not having a job. Glenn, this is what you need to do, Glenn. Put on a mask, because you ain't that cute in the face. Put on a mask, get you an OnlyFans. You might make you some money, Glenn. I ain't gonna even hold you. But you need to put on a mask. I'm just gonna be honest. Make sure you have on a mask. Cause baby, that they got a son. And how old that son got to be by what? About 13 or 14 by now? How old that son look like he ain't no younger than 12. I'm thinking that son probably about 13 or 14, right? Child. Glenn real dark skin. He's one of them dark skin, not cute, countrified looking motherfuckers. That probably got about a good thick 11 and a half inches. Work out on the he used to work on the docks and stuff, on the ships and docks and shit. John Henry type motherfuckers. I'm just saying. I don't think he was that young, Xavier, when he started the show. Was he? I thought he was like maybe. I thought he was like 8 or 9 when we started the show. You might be right, Xavier. You know, you be knowing better than I do. But I don't put him no younger than, he got to be at least about 12 years old. Like that little boy is, he got to be at least 12 years old. Yeah, and he looked like he probably swinging for the fences. Yeah, he do kind of give me a little bit of the little Boosie in the face. But he thicker than little Boosie. He ain't cute, right? I agree with that, Xavier. He ain't cute, but there's something about Glenn that he is not cute in the face at all. You know how they say you be ugly fine? He kind of ugly fine. You know, when somebody real ugly, but they still fine. That's kind of how Glenn is. He ugly fine. Yeah, he give me an old John Henry ass motherfucker. I'm just saying, this big old Mandingo just come in the room and slay you and throw you from wall to wall. Tell me that ain't what Glenn give you. Tell me Glendale, as Latrice called him, Glendale, don't give you, baby, when I come in this room and I pull these pants down, baby, it is on and popping. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Right, China White. That's what he give. That's why Latrice, she be always going back. Baby, she be, because I feel like what happens is Latrice will leave him. She'll get her some, she'll go let somebody else fuck her and be like, damn, that motherfucker ain't just hit the right corner like Glenn be hitting. And she end up having to go on back over there. Even when she professes to be leaving Glenn, they've already admitted that she still be having Glenn come over to blow her back out. Cause she know that dick Glenn carrying over there, baby. Listen, she can't find that, you know, from them other men's is that she be getting with. You about to put a recent picture? Okay. Because I feel like the son got to be about 12 years old, y'all. He got to be at least about 12 years old. Anyway, y'all, I'm about to get out of here. I've been on here 2.5 hours. I didn't even know I've been on here this long. Y'all, I'm about to get out of here. I'm tired. I'm hungry. I need to go eat. We'll be back tomorrow and do it all over again. Listen, y'all. Love y'all. As I always say, I love y'all. I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They are much obliged and much appreciated. I thank y'all so much for being here rocking with me and all of the things. We'll be back around here tomorrow to do it again. We may have a teacher project 2.0 tomorrow. I'll let if we'll let you know. Between me and Really B, we'll let you know. Anyway, that's all I got for y'all. That's all I got. That is all I got. All right, that's all I got. Until next time, thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. I'm out. I love y'all. We'll talk soon.